A very good morning and welcome to Opening Bell. I'm Stacy Pereira and I'm here to take you through all the news and cues that could impact your trading day. So let's not waste any time and get straight to all that is really going to impact the trading day. And let's get started first with global cues, where the US House has gone ahead and passed the bill for that debt ceiling only days before the government was estimated to run out of time, out of money to pay those bills. But stocks on Wall Street, those ones did fall in last night's trade. Job openings have risen in May and given way to fears that the Fed may actually go ahead and raise rates again in the face of this consistently strong labor data. So those are the cues from Wall Street. But in Asian markets, there we saw trade open up quite mixed, one could say. Even though the US House has passed that debt ceiling bill, the SGX Nifty too is signaling to a lower start for the Indian markets. Whereas if you look at the commodity side, crude prices too were on the dip. We saw a larger than expected build up in the US stockpiles and fears of a weaker Chinese demand after that weak PMI, a number that came out from China. We saw Brent crude falling to about $72 a barrel. Now on this, also the stronger dollar weighing in on those prices. But back home, we did see the Nifty 50, which has caught a bit of profit booking, you could say, and has risen for the 4 consecutive sessions. But could there be a stop after that, and what will be ahead of this? That's something we'll have to see, whether these levels of 18,500 can be sustained, especially today being the last day of weekly expiry. But other than that, there are other macro cues that are going to impact how the trading day will go ahead, and that's, I'm talking about India's GDP growth figure, which came in yesterday, which has shown that FY23 growth has slowed to about 7.2%, but this is definitely beating estimates. This is faster than expected than that 6.1% growth that has come in for Q4 and has taken that full year GDP growth up and about to 7.2%. Now, the government's advance estimate of 7% has been breached and it's coming in at 7.2%. But among the stocks that we will be watching out for, we will keep an eye for Coal India, as the government will offload 3% stake, and this is coming in at a 7% discount. Stocks like Sona, Comstar will also be in focus, Laurus Labs as well as MOIL. All of those will be in focus. Let's take you through the fund flow, how the funds really coming in, and that picture shows us that FIIs are continuing to lap up quite a few equity shares. In fact, they bought shares close to 3,405.90 crores yesterday, whereas DIIs on the other side, who have been sellers even the previous day, have sold shares close to worth 2,528.52 crore rupees. So those are the figures coming there, and that is definitely going to shape up what we're going to look at this trading day leg. But let's get going and discuss some of those strategies and stocks and what likely we should be putting the spotlight on. Joining me for that is Chandan Taparia, the derivatives and technical analyst at Motilal Oswal. Thank you so much, Chandan, for speaking with us this morning. Let's come to you straight away, Chandan, and ask you, these are the levels that we've been seeing. We are on a weekly expiry session. So 18,450, 400, could that be the strong support, as well as the resistance? Could that be around 18,600, or are we likely to just propel ahead?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. It's great to connect and interact with you. So talking about market, we have seen some decline from higher levels. However, major trend of the market is intact to positive, because on weekly basis, we are making higher tops, higher bottom from last couple of weeks, and supports and base of the market is gradually shifting higher. So on immediate basis, we need to look at 18,442 as an immediate support. And we believe that till Nifty manages to hold this 18,442, again, decline could be bought for an up move to us 18,666. So even as per the option data setup also, we are witnessing put writing at 18,400. So 18,400, 18,442 is the multiple cluster of the support, and we believe that this support will be held to witness an upmove to us 18,666. So one can play with a slightly in the money option, or can initiate with the bull call spread or bull call ladder kind of a strategy to play the expiry day momentum.
Right, so expiry day momentum is something that we can look forward to, but a lot of people are also pinning hopes at that 19,000 figure. So could that be really ruled out, or is there some more consolidation that we'll see before we get to that level? Also suggest, is it the good time to be entering, and at what level would you suggest somebody should be looking at entering the markets now?
So I think, see, already the trend of the market is intact to positive. And we believe that if someone has already missed the bus and looking to enter, I think any decline towards 18,400 could be utilized. So overall, we are expecting that index has still potential to head towards the new lifetime high and beyond that. So I think any decline of 100, 150 points can be utilized if someone is looking for the new high target and looking for the view of next 1 month to 6 months point of view. Overall, we are expecting Nifty to head towards 18,888, and then next rally will start to take it towards 19,500 marks.
Right. Chandan, also let's get your view on the bank Nifty, because that too saw some bit of pressure yesterday at least, but showed a recovery in those last hours of trade. We did see a lot of buying interest in Kotak Mahindra Bank on the back of that MSCI rebalancing news that came in. Is that one stock that someone should consider right now, or any of the other stocks that you would personally like in the banking pack?
So if I talk about the bank Nifty, just 2 days back, it made the new lifetime high, and that was near to 44,498, just near to 44,500 level. Earlier lifetime high was 44,151. So after hitting to the lifetime high, it's just consolidating in a range, but respecting to its rising channel. Even the supports are gradually shifting higher. Yesterday, we witnessed good recovery in the last half an hour due to the MSCI rebalancing and the buying in Kotak Bank. So we believe that 43,750 could act as a major support, and with that support, banking index has potential to head towards 44,500 to 44,750 kind of level. If you're talking about the banking name, then I can talk about ICICI Bank, or can talk about a counter like Kotak Bank. So talking about ICICI Bank, here we have overall positive view. Any small decline could be both. 925 is the support to extend this move towards 988 to 1000 kind of level. Kotak Bank is other name where we have seen good momentum on the last trading session. So any decline towards 1980 could be bought with support of 1950, and overall we are expecting 2050 and 2100 level in Kotak Bank as well.
Well, so a lot to look out for in the banking space. But Chandan, do stay on with us. We'll also look at a couple of other stocks that are quite a buzz and will be a buzz in trade today. Well, one of those will definitely be Coal India. And that is because the government has decided to sell up to 3% stake in Coal India via the OFS, so offer for sale route. And this will happen on June 1st and June 2nd. Now, the government of India, which is the promoter, will be selling up to 9.24 crore equity shares, which comes up to roughly 1.5% stake in this is the country's largest coal mining company, and this will happen over today and tomorrow. Now, the government also has the option of additionally selling another 9.24 crore shares in the company, and this can happen in the case there is an oversubscription through this OFS whenever that is exercised. Now, the offer for sale issue will be open on 1st of June, that is today, for non-retail investors, and retail investors can participate in the offer for sale on June 2nd. Remember, the floor price also for this offer has been fixed at around 225 per share, which is actually at a 6.7% discount as to Wednesday's closing price. As you can see on your screens there, 230 is where it closed at around, and what we are seeing them put out the offer at 225 rupees. So that is going to be an interesting counter. We'll have to see whether it does see that kind of momentum, because this is coming very, out of nowhere that they've decided, the government coming. Also part of their plan to, get in that revenue. They did see a good momentum because from those GDP numbers that came in yesterday. So they are anticipating that there is enough and more appetite for such kind of an OFS, and which is why we are seeing this number. So that is going to be an important counter, but we are close to opening a bell. So we are going to see what kind of reactions the market's really giving, whether those GDP numbers were a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or there is enough of global headwinds that could really, play spoil sport. So on your screens, we will be showing you soon what this opening counters are for the markets, and there it is on your screen. Nifty opening up, you could say flat rather, but at that 18,530 odd levels. Sensex there in the red, so you could say mixed trade. 62,500 odd levels is for the Sensex. Nifty, Bank Nifty 2 in the red, so that one also under pressure, even though you saw that little bit of momentum catch up towards the end, and perhaps what is likely going to continue. Mid-caps, those are the ones, the broader markets really outperforming the benchmarks all of this while. So both the Nifty mid-cap as well as small-cap, those are the ones that are in the green. Nifty auto there, that one coming under pressure. We did see all of those auto sales data numbers that come trickling in, so that could be some bit of pressure. Nifty IT, that space has always been buzzing and quite a bit of changes. In fact, one of the biggest components, TCS, is going to see its new CEO take over today, so that will be something that everyone's going to be looking out from the IT pack. FMCG also there under pressure. Consumption, that definitely bringing in some kind of appetite after those GDP numbers, definitely showing that kind of reserve. People are perhaps not spending as much as we would want them to, but there is enough appetite in the market. Pharma also seeing some good bit of traction there in the green. Well, realty index, that is one that has been seen quite a good run up. In fact, we've been talking about quite a few realty stocks that have been doing really well over the past 1 month. So quite a change around, but they're Nifty back in the green, you could say. Well, let's also look at the top gainers on your screens. Apollo Hospitals, Hindalco, Bajaj Auto. Apollo Hospitals perhaps on the back of their earnings. You also have Eicher Motors, Tech Mahindra, Asian Paints. All of these are doing pretty well. TCS there, like I was pointing out, in the green. Adani Enterprise also in the green. HCL Tech from that IT pack also comfortably in the green. When you're looking at the losers, Coal India, of course, that stock is going to be in focus with that OFS news that has come out. You also have Kotak Mahindra Bank as well as Bharti Airtel. Among your losers, there's Power Grid as well as Britannia, all of them in the top loser pack, laggards in trade, we could say so. So we are going to see a lot more of these stocks and how they really pan out through the day. This is just the opening counters that we are bringing to you. But we're definitely going to see a bit of, move up, move down, like how we saw yesterday as well. There's lots of global news that is trickling in that also impacts how this really trades up. But let me bring in Chandan once again to get his view on these numbers and, where he sees this going forward. Chandan, this opening counters are pretty in line with what we've been looking at. We have been seeing a little bit of gap down and then, taking up for the benchmarks at least. But the mid caps and small caps also, those are the counters that are really shining, one could say. So do you think it's a right time for people to be looking at mid-cap stocks?
Yes, so I think overall the bullish stance of the market will continue, and many heavyweights are doing but apart from mid-cap and small cap are even beating the indices. So I think this momentum could continue. Even we like many counter from auto ancillaries, even selective paper counters, engineerings, even auto ancillaries, EV names, even railway stocks, fertilizers ahead of the monsoons. So I think these are the names one should be focusing, even defense, shippings. So these are the stocks which are showing the strength. Momentum is clearly visible. Midcap IT also one can look at, including KPIT Tech and Mastek and Gensar Tech. So these are the couple of names from the midcap where we are still expecting further positive momentum. And these stocks have potential to generate the alpha in this market.
Right. Chandan, also throw some light on the sectors at this particular time that one should be looking at. We do have the RBI policy on June 8th, which could change things for rate sensitive sectors. So at this point, what is your take and where should one be really looking at, which could be the safer bets? So
ahead of the RBI policy, some volatile swings cannot be ruled out, or index may turn volatile, but overall we have positive view. Till Nifty holds 43,750, we are expecting Bank Nifty to hit the new lifetime high territory. If you talk about the sectors, again, I'll repeat the same, which we have discussed just a couple of minutes back. We'll be positive on the banking financials. We like the defense name, whether you talk about HL, BDL or MTARTEC. We like selective IT or mid-cap IT names, including Aptech, KPIT, even counter from fertilizers name will be in focus. So I think these are the couple of sectors which will be in limelight where momentum is clearly intact, and we believe that further rally could be there even before the RBI policy or even after the RBI policy.
Yeah, Chandan, what about Coal India? Because this has turned out to be quite interesting. We have been seeing that counter, really flip-flop after its earnings as well. And now government coming out and, talking about this OFS. Do you think there is enough of appetite for people to buy it at this point? Especially it's coming at a discount too of about 6.7% since yesterday's closing. So do you think it will see that oversubscription that the government has even kept a buffer to sell extra equity?
So because of that discount price, even your price will be lower. The good part is already we have seen run up in the counter in last 9 weeks. The stock headed from 207 to all the way to 247. So rally of almost 18 to 20%. And now if it comes and finds support near to 225 to 30 zone, I think the stability will be big. So I think near to 225, one should start accumulating with support near to 215. Stock is again potential to rally towards 250 level. So I think again buying interest will emerge, and people will definitely look after the recent decline from higher zone in the counter.
Right, so that will be something to be looking out for. Chandan, do stay with us. We are going to look at a couple of other stocks that are making news. In fact, look at Gati. Now, that one has seen its CEO in Firoz Shah SP Sarkari. He has resigned as the executive officer of this logistics company, and that will be effective from yesterday. Now, the company has gone ahead and also appointed a new CEO for them, and this is for their subsidiary, that is GKEPL. This will happen in immediate effect. In fact, they have placed Adarsh Sudhakar Hegde, who has stepped down from the said position as the chairman and managing director with immediate effect, as well as Sashi Kiran Shetty, the managing chairman as well as managing director of Gati, has been appointed as a non-executive chairman of GKEPL. Now, another stock that will be in focus, and rather has been in focus over the past 2-3 days, is that of Patanjali Foods. Now, that stock has risen, you can say, about 2.5%. Just yesterday alone, we saw that run up, but in the week as a whole, we've seen that counter gain as close to 20% since its March lows. So that is important. Those counter, you can see that on your screen. Well, it is in the red, but it is perhaps a good time to be looking at this counter, because the company has also gone ahead to say that it is going to wrap up its whole share offering by the end of June, and it plans to do so through the mixed QIP as well as OFS route. So that is something that we could be looking out for, because there will be an opportunity to be picking up shares in Patanjali Foods. Now, the share sale is in order to ensure that the company complies with SEBI's rule of that 25% minimum public shareholding. So that is why this is perhaps going to be completed. And we did see a couple of this offer even come out before. So Baba Ramdev quite excitedly coming out there and saying that by the end of June is when they plan to wrap up this whole offering in their shares. Another stock that we could look out is that of South Indian Bank. That bank has said that its board of directors have approved that panel of candidates for the position of MD as well as CEO. Now, the bank, in fact, will be submitting their application to the RBI and with the names of the candidates and seeking its approval so that the appointment can be made for that MD and CEO as soon as possible. So that South Indian Bank definitely among those smaller banking names which is in focus because of this. Let me bring back Chandan then to get his picks. Chandan, what stocks do you have for our viewers, and why should they be looking at these stocks at this point?
Yeah, so again, in this market, we have noticed that declines are being bought, and you have to be very selective in the stock specific activities. First, it is buy on Exide industry. This stock is given a consolidation breakout of last 27 months. Pole and flag pattern is clearly visible on the daily chart. Higher top, higher bottom formation is visible. So one can buy with support of 207, and we are expecting the stock to head towards 222 kind of level. Second trade will be looking for crude beneficiary name, that is buy on Asian Paint. This stock has seen the consolidation breakout, a positive price pattern offers the further rally towards 33 kind of level. 96% rollover with put writing activity. So one can buy with support of 31.30 for target of 33.30 kind of level.
Well, so Exide and Asian Paints are the two picks that are coming from Chandan Taparia. Well, Chandan, thank you so much for joining us and helping our viewers to navigate and understand what the markets are doing at this point. But we do have other news that would really interest you. We do have TCS, which is going to see a new CEO take charge from today, and this is coming in from their veteran of their BSFI vertical, that is K. Kirtivasan. He takes over as the CEO as Rajesh Gopinathan will be stepping down. Now, there is no strategy change that is expected, but the key ask perhaps from the new CEO is going to be that he outperforms his peers like Infosys when it comes to growth and other factors. So it will be an interesting takeover, for an IT major like this to see a new CEO take over. It is going to be, and a lot really comes from the leadership when it comes to these IT companies. So that's something that we're going to really have to look forward to. We also have today is the 1st of June, and which means there are a lot of new changes that are going to take place, and that is something that is very important for our viewers, because they will have to make these changes in their daily life. Now, if you're somebody who has a locker in banks, there are going to be revised locker agreements that will need to be signed. The deadline for that by the RBI was given for June 1st, and which is why banks like SBI, Kotak and others will have to make their customers comply with these revised locker agreements. Now, there's also new rules for mutual fund investments, especially if they are made in the name of minors. Now, this is an ask that has come from the mutual fund industry. So those changes, if you do have mutual funds in the name of your children, then those need to be made by at least starting from today till that deadline comes. Then there's SBI, there is a SEBI, who has also put out invited comments for their total expense ratio, and that is something that has kept everyone on edge, because lots will change once those changes, those suggestions are coming to SEBI. A lot is going to change from there. Now, there's also going to be application for higher pension on your actual salary. That is something that you can do till June 26th, starting today. So if that is a move you want to take in case you want to have those savings, then you can go ahead and apply for that higher pension. Now, also, if you're a Axis Bank credit card holder, your lounge access has been changed. There are some changes into which lounge you're going to get to use as those complimentary facilities, and that is something that the bank has gone ahead and notified. So those changes will be coming into effect from June 1st, which is today. Well, with that, it's a wrap and goodbye from this entire team that's putting this piece together. We really would like to thank you for tuning in, but do please post your comments and feedback for us, and follow us. On the bottom of your screens is the link that you can follow us for the rest of the days and all the updates that we put out here at moneycontrol.com, as well as the Moneycontrol app. Thanks for tuning in.